Callum Hudson-Odoi is a red. Hold on. Nuno Tavares is a red. Nicholas Dominguez is a red. Varelamus is a red. Want some more? Welcome to your Forest Transfer News. Good morning, good evening, or good night, wherever in the world you are, whatever time of day you're watching this. Hope you're having a fantastic day, and welcome to your latest Nottingham Forest transfer news. In today's video, well, the whole of today is going to be quite fluid as changes happen left, right, and center. We'll talk to you about the 5 deals done in the past 24 hours, all in Nottingham. It's going to be a crazy day. We'll talk to you about Sangarei. Is it on? Is it off? And is Jono going to go to Spurs? There is so much going on right now. If you could take a second, though, and hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to Forest Fan TV. And make sure you have your notifications on, especially today. We will have a live final hours transfer stream for you, starting from maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock tonight. And very quickly, don't forget, if you want this beautiful framed ELANGA shirt signed by the man himself, make sure to go check the link out in Football Prizes. All right, let's get you guys up to speed. There's a lot to talk about. All right, guys, so let's try and bring you up to speed as quickly as we can. So let's start with Callum Hudson-Odoi. This is deal done. He's in Nottingham. He's doing his medical. He's probably going to be registered as well in time for the game tomorrow, but will he play against his former club? Who knows? Callum Hudson-Odoi, we believe the fee will be in and around £8 million. And this is one that Forest have chased for a while. It was off earlier on in the summer, and now it's back on, and Callum Hudson-Odoi will join Nottingham Forest. Is this another indicator that Brennan Johnson is going? Is he looking to replace, or Forest, should I say, looking to replace that position? I think the answer is yes. We'll get into Brennan Johnson in a little bit. Remember though, Callum Hudson-Odoi is only 22. He's had, that ACL that just knocked him for 6, and he hasn't recovered too well off the back of it. And at the moment, is he going to be the right player for Forest? Well, I think time will tell. I think he still has a lot of time left on his career. As Charlie was telling us in the preview video for the Chelsea match, this is a player that when coming through the academy, they thought it was the best they've seen. So I am a little more excited about this one, I've got to admit. If he is fully fit, if he can perform how he first performed when he broke onto the scene, this could be a really good signing for Nottingham Forest. So this one is done. Callum Hudson-Odoi is a red. And welcome to Nottingham Forest. But it doesn't stop there. It's crazy. It's crazy. Just trying to keep up, just trying to even remember who the players coming in right now is a little bit crazy. So let's move on to the next one. And that's Dominguez. Nicholas Dominguez is in Nottingham. Deal done. He is a red, undergoing his medical. And this one is a swap deal for Remo Freuler going to Bologna. As we mentioned to you yesterday, Remo Freuler will be a loan with an option to buy. Dominguez is costing us about 9 million. And this one I'm really excited about. This one fits the mold for exactly what we're looking for in that central midfield area. And this one is done. Crazy morning so far. That's not enough, though. That's not enough. Let's just keep it rolling. I'm not even cutting the tape today. We're just going to roll it in, and we're going to move on to the third red. And this, of course, is Varelamus coming in from Benfica, the Greek. Deal done with Nottingham Forest. The price, we still don't know what it is. We know a €9 million bid was rejected from Benfica, but terms have now been agreed. Personal terms done. On his way to Nottingham to get his medical complete and signed up before the end of the deadline, which will be tonight. And he is a fantastic keeper. I really do rate him. Will he go in at number 1 or will Turner be number 1? We're going to have to wait and see. My guess is Turner's established himself already, but Vlachodimos will be pushing him for that number 1 spot. So that's 3 deals done. Let's talk about the one that Forest have announced. Okay, so announced already this morning is Nuno Tavares from Arsenal to Nottingham Forest on loan. The loan fee is just over £1 million with an option to buy of 12 million. However, it's being rumoured that there are conditions in the deal that will turn this into an obligation to buy. Now, is this going to be a Chris Wood flex where it's 3 matches and then we have to pay the 12 million? We don't know. No one's revealed what those obligation conditions are, but they are in the deal. And that does worry me a little. Look, I have my reservations against him. I do. But now he's a red. Let's give him the open door and let's see what he can produce. And hopefully he can put me, and I know there are a few other doubters, completely wrong. So this one is done. He's been given the number 3 shirts as well, announced by the club and everything. This is all public knowledge now. But this is the 4th deal that is done. And it's not even close to being over. Talk about wacka wacka, man. Let's move on and talk about the next one. This is the one that's really exciting me. And we broke to you the pictures yesterday of Murillo signing and being announced for Nottingham Forest. And this is a deal at about 15 million euros. I think up front it's going to be a broken down amount of about 11.5 million pounds, something like that. This is done. He's registered. He could play a part in the game against Chelsea. I mean, he's been playing for Corinthians. He has no issues with match fitness. It's just whether or not he can get up to speed quick enough to understand the Forest style, etc. But this one was revealed yesterday. We broke it to you. But for those of you who may have missed it, let's round it up. He's the centre back from Corinthians, an absolute beast of a man. Decent pace as well. Really looking forward to see how this guy develops over the coming years for Nottingham Forest. So, I mean, are you guys keeping up? Seriously, talk about like just an absolute busload of players coming in right now. And we're not even close to being done. We've got the deal with Michy Batshuayi still on the table. You've got Origi, the ex-Liverpool player, being heavily linked now with Nottingham Forest. You've still got Ndidi. But Ndidi for me right now is the backup. And the backup to the big one. The marquee signing. The one that's got me literally on the edge of my seat. And that, of course, is Sangarei. Okay. Excited yet? Sangarei is still on. Yesterday, Forest had the bid rejected from PSV. It was in and around 30 to 31 million pounds, which is literally, as we told you yesterday, this close to what they wanted. Now, the release fee clause itself is 37.5 million euros. I thought it was going to be enough to get it over the line. Forest thought it would be enough as well, but it was rejected. And that was it. The reports were coming out saying this deal is over. However, roll on a few hours later and roll out the Greek father. This is where it gets serious. Marinakis, he's dusted off the shirt. He's put the tie on and it's business time. Get him out and get this deal done is what I say. And I believe that's exactly what's going to happen. Now, this deal cannot happen without Brennan Johnson going to Spurs. And at the moment, the deal for Jono to Spurs looks like it's on. So the question for you guys is, are you willing to sacrifice Jono to get in Sangarei? Let me know that question, the answer to that question in the comments down below. Sangarei will come to Nottingham Forest if the fee can be agreed between the two clubs. This one could go to the wire, and of course we will cover it for you the whole way there. The question is, what will happen first? Will Jono go to Spurs, or will Sangare's fee get agreed? All of this is dominoes, and I don't know how they will fall and which order they need to fall in for this to happen. Forest may find themselves in a position where they have their bid accepted for Sangarei and have to then make sure that Jono goes to Spurs. Maybe Brentford. There's still talks that Brentford may come back in on this one. This is going to be exciting, and this is going to be intense. Look, if you want my answer to that question, I've made my peace that Jono is probably going to go. But if we get Sangarei in return, what a goddamn player. This is like way beyond Forest ceiling. If Marinakis, if Georgie Boy pull this one off, then you've got to pay nothing but respect to them. This is exactly what we need. With Callum Hudson-Odoi coming in, for me, that clearly is an indicator that Jono is on his way out. And if you believe the reports, Jono wants to join Tottenham. That's his desire now, to go to Spurs. But literally 10 hours ago, this one felt dead in the water. The talks were that nothing was going to happen today, but Forest are not giving up. This is their number one target, and this is the one they are trying to get over the line. This is literally, like, you guys thought last summer was crazy. That was spread out over a couple of weeks, if not months. This one has been a crazy 24 hours. And there are still some other players being linked to Nottingham Forest. I don't know how many new signings we end up with today. We're just going to have to get the popcorn out and watch this one play out. Answer that question as well, guys. How many more players do you think will come to Nottingham Forest? Get those in the comments down below. Let's wrap it up there, because there's plenty more to talk about. We'll spread this out throughout the day. Have your notifications on. There's so much else going on as well in terms of content coming your way. We've got the Predictor stream coming up as normal. We've got the FPL preview on FFTV Premier League. And then we've got the transfer night live for you guys. If you want to whet your appetite and you haven't seen our preview video for the Chelsea Forest match, then go check it out. The link will be right here for you guys. We sit down with our good friend Charlie and discuss what potentially may happen tomorrow. In the meantime, guys, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to FFTV if you are new. Go check and get your Elanga tickets. That looks sick, that frame. It really does. And we'll see you very shortly on the next video. Come on, you Reds.